Sexuality studies is exciting because it does that old feminist tagline of linking the personal to the political. It links the broadest, most profound changes in our society to the most intimate experiences that we have as individuals. I think the great thing about it for a graduate program is that it is so interdisciplinary and so broad.
I study 18th century literature, which is not a super crowded field, so it helps going into the job market to be able to do more than one thing. And so it's always useful to have secondary and tertiary interests that you'll be able to teach and that you can prove that you can teach when going into another institution and trying to get a job.
I guess Northwestern has sort of been a hub for queer of color studies, which is what I'm really interested in sort of joining into. The faculty are incredibly supportive and willing to talk if you have questions or anything, especially as a prospective student.
We have two formal options. The most rigorous is to do the certificate, and that requires taking 5 courses, so it's a big commitment, but it means that that actually shows up on your transcript. Some students, just because of the requirements in their discipline, are not able to do 5 courses, and so they may opt just for the cluster. One thing that we have, and this is something that's really important in an era of shrinking resources, is that we have money for all the things that you need while you're here. Whether that's money to go to a conference, money to pay for aspects of your research, money for travel, TA-ships, and potentially fellowships. All those are competitive, so I'm not saying you're going to get them, but we have opportunities that are not there unless you're part of the program. More importantly, in the long run, we've really seen people get jobs and get fellowships because of their training in gender and sexuality studies.
I am proud to say that the Gender Studies Certificate is one of my most memorable parts of being a graduate student at Northwestern for lots of reasons. One of the main reasons is because of the ways in which I was able to take coursework outside of my department and allow myself to really get deeply entrenched in gender studies and all that it had to offer, from gender theory to queer theory to all various understandings of sexualities.
Gender and sexuality studies at Northwestern is a place where you can feel valued, where the weird folks and the queer folks and people who are radical thinkers and activists can find a home when they feel misplaced in the academy. And I think it gave me a lot of support while I was doing my graduate work at Northwestern.
Northwestern GSS is rich in resources, both financial but also faculty. And these folks are not only famous, but they make room for the development and growth of their mentees and advisees. I've benefited from that.